Okay, so I decided to do a video diary of my boat. We're just coming out of a brutal winter. Um, it started with 100-kilometer gusts about mid-November, and then it was all downhill from there. The average temperature for about a month was -20, and the coldest it's gotten outside was, they say -40, but I'd say it's more so -50. Um, and when I walked into the boat, it's about -1. So it's a pretty brutal winter. But right now it's about 4 or 5, -4, -5 degrees outside, and the boat's sitting at 19 degrees, which is pretty average. And I'm running 24 amps. This is my main shore panel. This runs year round, and then this is my secondary shore panel. This is what I use just for the winter. On this panel I have my bilge heater, which is basically just a ceramic heater, full blast, whatever. And then I have a bubbler running right now, and about half a heater, which is this guy here. That's about half. I'm running 24 amps, which is where it ran all winter. On this guy, I'm running one ceramic heater for my berth, which keeps me warm at night, and then a bubbler. And that's, you can't see the amperage, but this guy trips out at 30 amps, and it hasn't tripped out, and it's been running all night, so that's pretty good. And this guy is everything that's running off my house batteries, so stove, cabin lights, headlights, shower head pump. I never use the shower pump. Deck lights I never use. Cabin lights I never use because I have these LEDs all over the place. And then headlights are for my head, obviously. And I just leave that on because the lights are actually controlled by remote control, which is on the wall. So if I have to pee at 2 o'clock in the morning, I can just press on and they'll turn on. The bilge is sitting at, I can't see it, but it's 6 degrees in the aft bilge, and about, you can't see that either, it's about 13 near the engine. That's a bit on the warm side. I've seen the bilge go down to about 5 degrees near the engine and 3 degrees in the aft bilge. But we seem to be okay. This guy here, this controls what batteries I'm using. As you can see, you got the bilge pumps, the radio, and the DC sub panel, which are all on 24 hours. Like, these are the things that will run your battery to the ground if they need to. They're important things. This dial here, this goes from the 2 house batteries and then the engine battery. If I'm in the middle of the lake and I can't get my engine started, I combine the batteries. So instead of the alternator taking power from just the engine battery, it'll take the power from the house batteries as well and get going. As well, in the bilge I have a spare engine battery that's not hooked up to anything right now. So worst comes to worst, I just hook that up. So I'll show you what's going down here. It's dark as anything. Anyways, here's the head. Okay, I have these lights. There's LED lights, right? And I have that to control them. And that's what's on the battery panel, is these LED lights. So I can just wake up, run across the hallway, and turn this on and take a peek. Over here is my berth. This ceramic heater is on shore power 2. And then you have these LED lights, which is on shore power 1. These lights, these LED lights, they take up no amperage whatsoever. Like, it doesn't even show up on the thing because it's such small amperage. So they're great to have. And I have these all around the boat. Right now, this is off too. -1, it says it's more like -4, and it's 27 in the berth. So, you know, it's warm in here. It's comfy. It's comfy. I ran 2 diesel heaters all winter. Here's one of them. I mostly ran this one because it's lower in the boat and it would just go all the way out into the aft of the boat and just heat up everything. If it was really cold, I would run the one up here too, but it's very rare that I would have both these on. And same thing, this one, as you can see, heat rises, and that would rise to the roof and not really go anywhere. But if you were sitting beside it, just like I have my computer there, so I'd be sitting beside it, it'd warm up, it'd keep you toasty, as well as running the electric down there. Up here, this is a work in progress. You can see I used half my fuel for 6 months. This is a brutal winter, like I said. This voltmeter, this voltmeter's for the engine. It's anything connected to the engine battery is on this voltmeter, including the fuel pump. That's running just under 13 volts. If I turn the fuel pump on, it'll jump up to about 13 and a half. Yeah, so like I said, it's warming up a bit. It is, it's not -40. It's -4. The reason I'm running 2 bubblers right now is just to get the ice away from the boat. There's a thin layer this morning, and I'll be running those. I work in a few hours, so I'll be running those till I work, and then probably turn them back on just to get the ice away when I get home. Yeah, that's about it. This is my LEDs going all the way across. There's the remote for the LEDs. At night, when I go to bed, I turn these ones off, and then I keep these ones on just so I can see if I get up in the middle of the night. And yeah, so we'll take you outside. It's a little dark, but I'm wrapped in basically from where we were all the way to about halfway through this window. There's a shrink wrap, and same on the other side, all the way back. And basically it keeps the drafts out of these windows. And it helps. Oh my god, does it ever help. It probably saves me about 5 degrees in the boat, the wrap. So it was money well spent. Yeah, so I've been doing some cleaning. It's a dirty mop. Yeah, so it was a brutal winter, but you know, it looks like slowly warming up. As long as it doesn't reach -40 again, I think I'll be okay. The only ice I've seen around the boat throughout the whole winter was when it was -40, and the bubblers just weren't working because it's so cold. And there's nothing I could do, really. I just had to wait till it warmed up. So yeah, 24.3, that's about average amperage. And this guy, I have a bubbler on the bow that I usually run, like I said, if it gets really cold. So this guy will run about the same. It's my second shore power, it's my first shore power. And the batteries, sometimes I'll flip on the stove, which is a fan for one of the diesel heaters. And that's about it. The deck lights, like I said, I don't really use because if I'm working out there, it's during the day when I can see. And 19.1 in the boat. So there you go.